Hello! Hi everybody, I'm evilelfo. I'm here to run Labyrinth, based on the 80s Jim Henson movie, The Labyrinth. So we'll go ahead and give it one more quick restart, and we'll start in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so just like in the movie, our goal is to save our brother Toby in less than 13 hours. There's a couple specific things we're going to do here in the first screen. First, our movement is very specific, so we can manipulate to have this worm right here by the door. If we don't get that type of movement, it could take up to 45 seconds to find that worm. So that's the first thing. We also took damage on purpose, because if we didn't take damage, that worm would have gave us 50 coins, and coins actually is time for us, because the more money we have, we'll actually bring up a text box in between levels offering us to trade in our time, and we don't want to do that. So we're going to try to clip through the wall here. We have to do, it is 4 frame perfect inputs in a row. Okay, I think we got it that time. There we go. Luckily we can do a pause buffer, but that's 4 frame perfect inputs in a row. Let's see if we can do it again. This one will save us about a minute and a half in the level. So we'll go right to the end of the level, and we're done. Alright, this is a guy who wants to trade us in some time. So we save about 2 text boxes worth of time, saving us about 5 seconds. Oh, we are playing on Famicom version. This only came out in Japan. So we have to learn Japanese to know what direction we go. The direction we go, the next level is completely randomized. So I know that was to the west. Now, through the whole game, we're going to try to minimize the amount of enemies we kill, because the more enemies we kill, the more coins we get, and coins cost time. This game's a little bit weird. There's no traditional damage meter. Damage actually takes away from the amount of time you have to beat the game. After every level, we will get a minute of free time for us. And then later on in the games, we will be getting some books that'll give us 5 minutes of time. So yeah, we're just going through the hedge maze right now. The movie, this stays pretty true to the movie, so if you're a big fan of Labyrinth, I think you would like this game. And we're gonna get the key and on to the next level. So what we're trying to do is we're gonna go through 12 levels. We have to collect 12 keys. There's also coins in each level, and we have to collect 9 coins to unlock all 12 levels. So we've mapped out the game essentially to let us skip the coins that take the longest to get, right? We basically went through every level and figured out, okay, this coin takes up the most time to go out of our way to get. So we picked up a little bit of lipstick. I think that adds a minute onto our time. Okay, we're gonna just stun him and move along. Also, this game has a system where if you get hit, you get stunned until you release the button, and then you press the direction again. So every time I get hit, I am purposely releasing the button, so I can start movement again. Where the enemies spawn are 100% random in this game, but the way that they behave is 95% predictable. So if you play the game and learn the behaviors of the enemies, it makes it a little bit more bearable to avoid them. These green skeleton guys can be a real nuisance sometimes. Time is health. So we have 18 gems, and at 20 gems he will offer us to trade them in for time. So what we're gonna do is we got 11 enemies we can kill for the rest of the game without him offering that time. So that's what we're gonna try to do. Level 4 is to the east, so let's head east. We'll teach y'all some Japanese by the end of this. This is one of the biggest early game run killer levels for me in the speedrun. You can really get bodied in the basement here later on. So my movements are very specific to trying to minimize the route while still giving me space to move around enemies to minimize the damage. I don't know where this area comes into play in the game, but yeah, I mean, it's maybe the desert? I don't know, is there a desert? So we're gonna try to avoid those stairs and come over here. Let's weave in and out those bullets, grab our coin. Ah! Now you can't pick up items or enter stairwells while stunned by enemies, so you really want to avoid them around the areas you're gonna enter in the stairwell. We've also... oh, shoot. Well, there we go. We tried to do a damageless attempt. This is definitely the run killer for damageless because you get down to a one-lane road. If they spawn in front of you, you don't really have a choice but to take that damage. So I would say one hit there, one guy there. We quickly phased through them. I would say that was very good for that part of the basement. This is an extremely fun game, playing blind. It is very confusing. It is 100% a labyrinth. Yes, this game is a labyrinth. I mean, I think this is perfectly fits your race or your event that you're doing today, because to me this game started out as a meme and then became one of my favorite speedruns. I was basically challenged to do this game blind. I know a couple other people, Burst Error has done this game blind. So now they're gonna offer, do we want double damage or double defense? I'm gonna default to double defense. There's a level in, I believe, level 9. We will see the drills, and the drills can take away 6 minutes worth of damage with each hit. But when we get our double defense, it'll only take away 3. And what we want is to damage boost through as many drills as they allow before we have to pause. And there's a couple despawning techniques, and whatnot, so I discovered that you save more time grabbing defense than offense. Plus, like I said, the more enemies we kill, the more money we get, which potentially would lose time. So we just want to stun our enemies, not kill them, and want to have extra defense so we can tank a lot of damage. So this is basically a giant circle that we're going through. You can definitely despawn these big enemies off the screen, but obviously in a speed run you don't have time to stop and despawn them. So a lot of this speed run is RNG. If you love RNG, this could potentially be your next favorite speed run. Besides me, no one has done this run with the 4 frame-perfect inputs to clip through walls. So, I mean, second place is free right now if anybody is up for the challenge. I do plan on making a tutorial video, in the next, coming up weeks, so if anyone's interested, please reach out. So we're gonna manipulate those fairies. We don't want to collect hearts, we don't want to collect treasures, we don't want to collect anything extra. Everything extra wastes time. So now the next level is the Bog of Stench. In this level, your D-pad is randomized. You will never, right will never be right, up will never be up, but it is never a specific pattern. Literally every direction is randomized. It's different every run. Of course you hope for like the one that's easiest for you to understand. So right is left, down is up. Okay, so basically they're opposite directions for me. So that was very easy to get past. We're gonna stun him so he doesn't hit us. These big green guys, they take away a lot of damage. So, just playing the game a lot, you just kind of learn the movements. Come around here, this clock we pick up should give us, I believe, 3 minutes of extra time. Yep, up to 9. Alright, we're gonna have one more spot while we're outside here. And then we'll just be moving on. Stun, don't kill, that is correct. Alright, this is good, good for me. So really, I'm pressing left and down. Now if one of these guys hit me into a mouth hole, if you get hit into one of those mouths that your donuts tend to go into, you restart the entire level. So, I mean, him hitting me over a couple tiles was very bad. This next level, I believe this is the stairway level. I don't know, it's to the west. We need to go west. Have y'all learned the Japanese symbols for north, east, south, and west? So this is another level that we're gonna go ahead and skip the coin and go right to the end. Some of these levels are, if you go down a certain path, it changes the entire level. So we have to go up and around, because if I went through these gaps, I would warp to the other side of the level. So I had to go a very specific way to get to this key. Okay, this is the stairway level. And we're doing good. We still have 8 enemies we can kill the rest of the game without getting the text box. 3's east, 5's north. Or, no, 8's north. Uh-oh. 5 was west, 8's north. There we go. Alright, stairway level. This David Bowie finally starts showing up. When David Bowie shows up on the screen, your time drains twice as fast. So, David Bowie's not good for us. Luckily, we're not on the screens for very long. And we're almost done with this level. And we're done. So we're building up time, so when we go to the drill level and we have to tank all this time and damage, because if you game over, it's back to the title screen. There is no continue, no nothing. You got one shot, so we want to be able to tank all the damage right here in 9. And then after that, we have the biggest RNG level in the entire game. So we're going to try to manipulate these drills so we don't take a lot of damage. Okay, that was good. We didn't take damage there. We'll wait for that one. We'll take one there. We'll stun him. Now we only want to take 2 hits. Oh, and we only took 1. We're actually in a very good position here. If this was a speed run, that would be, I would say, a perfect level for this level. Sometimes you'll have 3 or 4 drills come down at this and hit you, where I only had 1 come down, so I'm extremely happy with that. I do have time if I need to use it, but we didn't even have to pause. I would say that was very good. Alright, the next level is 100% RNG. The path can be blocked or not blocked, and you have to either walk off the screen to make the wall change to open up for you, or you have to, like, pause and unpause. The best I've gotten is a 2-pause level, but you can have up to 20 to 30 pauses. So this is like the biggest late game run ender right here. If you made it past this in the green, you are good. And I kind of messed up by going in the wrong level. That's okay. Won't be too long to get right back on to where we need to be. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Unless we get killed in the basement. That was kind of unfortunate. So now I can skip a coin in a different level, because we're gonna have to collect the coin here. I believe this is the way to the coin. Well, it was a decent run. Yeah, crystal balls will also warp you out of the level, but there's no worm guy close to me to purchase that from. There's one right there, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna get the coin on this path, and the coin will warp me out of the level. See, now he's giving me this extra, like, 7-second, text box. Alright, on to the RNG level, and the game continues. Okay, so we really want to get to the right here, so we gotta pause. Okay, so far up, and there's an opening here. So far, so good. No opening here. So we'll use up the book, and we created an opening. We need to get this coin. No opening out, so we'll go back down. We'll go up, and we have an opening up. So these bushes are all 100% random, and how you manipulate the screen is whether they're in your way or not. And route. I would say that was a pretty good maze level. Like I said, sometimes it can take up to 20 pauses. So we got 3 more levels, including the final one, which I will more or less skip through every single wall in the final level. 11 is west. So this is another one of those levels you have to take a very specific path to manipulate the walls. This one took me a long time to do blindly, because the walls shift and move on you, just like in the Labyrinth. This game's very good with its lore. Alright, so we collected the coin, which actually changed this wall over here, and we can walk right over here and past. I'm doing quite well health-wise here, so I'm not too worried about beating the game. And on to some of the best music. Some of the best music in the game's the last few levels, and then once I learned the skip in the last level, a little bit upset because that was my favorite song, and now I get to hear less of it. So... but this is one of the best tunes in the game coming up here. "12 is south." Last time I read it as south, but my brain said go north, that's why we ended up in the wrong level. But feel free to spam those jam emotes. These guys do extreme amount of damage, so we really want to avoid them. Yes! Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's not good getting hit by those several times in this level. Oh! No! Let's not die. Yes. Let's not die. And we have another book backup coming up here, so biggest thing is to avoid these guys. They're very aggressive today. Very aggressive, I would say. I was a little worried about completely finishing the game because if they want to be extremely aggressive, there's not much you can do about it, but we're definitely making it. Now this next level used to take us 2 minutes for the first section of the last level and like 2.5 for the second section, and with the wall skip, now we can do the first section in like under 20 seconds, and the second one might be 35. So, let's just see how quickly I can get the wall clip. Like I said, 4 frame perfect inputs in a row is what we need to do here to clip through the wall. So, let's see what we can do. Oh, the pink unicorns. Nope, that was 3 frames. If she shifts, it's 3 frames. 3 frames. I think, maybe. Yep, that was 2. So we clip right through the wall and get out of there. Boom. 2.5 minute level to just clipping through one wall. In the PB, I got all 4 wall clips in the run very first try, on top of what I think is some of the best RNG that I've seen. It's pretty freaking amazing. So 13's to the east now, so let's go east and finish off this game and save our, little brother. Let's not die. Okay, we got one stairwell, and we're gonna be right next to the exit here. We got one wall clip to do. We got it first try. Let's go. So, as soon as I open up the door will be time, and time. And that was Labyrinth for the NES. We have saved our brother. Foiled your plans, Goblin King. Foiled your plans. Thank you, everybody, for the GGs. That was very fun. To be honest, this is probably one of my favorite games. Maybe because I'm crazy and love RNG, but it's a really good game, really great music, and it was just a pleasure and honor to be here to show it off to y'all. So, thank you very much.